For a makeup look that is timeless and elegant and appropriate for most situations, I think Grace Kelly is a great inspiration. And in this video, I'll be showing you a Grace Kelly inspired everyday makeup routine. Today, I'll be wearing a vintage style foundation that was popular in the 1950s, the Day Do by Anita of Denmark, and you can still find it on their website today. To clarify about the Anita of Denmark foundation, when I say it's vintage, I don't mean this is an actual foundation pot from 1950. I mean it is a vintage brand with a vintage formula that you can still find today new. While I'm actually not sure what foundation or makeup products Grace Kelly specifically wore, I thought this would work best for the purposes of this video. As you can see, the foundation does have quite a thick consistency, so I am putting in a little bit of work once applying it to the face. And I'm not applying it directly with my fingers. I warm the foundation up on the back of my hand, and then I use a brush to apply it and then blend it in with a damp sponge. While the foundation does have a nice opaque capacity, it doesn't leave me feeling heavy or cakey. In fact, it has a rather dewy finish. I would describe the coverage of this foundation as medium, and if you apply in layers, you could create a more full coverage. I like to apply the foundation first to the areas that I need it most, and then to the areas that I want to highlight, including the lids and under the brow bone. As the product covers quite well, I will not be using a concealer for this video. For the brows, I'm going to create a natural but full brow shape with a little bit of brown eyeshadow and an angled brush. Grace Kelly's eyebrows are natural and effortless looking, so that is the look I'm going to try to create on my brows that are a bit more on the thin side. For the eyes, I'm going to begin by lining the upper lash line in a dark brown pencil. Grace Kelly's eye makeup does tend to vary from very natural to a bit more sophisticated. For a softer appearance, I'm blending out the line with an angled brush. Next, I'm applying a smoky brown shadow just above the lash line, blending it underneath the crease. With the brush, I'm trying to put most of the product closer to the lash line, followed by a clean brush to blend out the shadow even more. Now that the eye is blended, I'm adding a little bit of that dark brown shadow with an angled brush just to the top of the lash line. This will define the eyeliner a little bit without making it look so heavy. And to define the lower lash line, I'm adding a little bit of dark brown shadow using the same angled brush. As you've probably noticed, this video is not so much about the product as it is about just the simple makeup application. To add some color to the cheeks, you can apply your favorite cream blush or use the lipstick that you plan to wear. Typically, a cream blush would have been worn, and this color I thought matched the blush Grace Kelly is wearing in my inspiration photo. Simply use your fingers to dab and smooth the blush color into the cheeks. To make applying lipstick a little bit easier, you can try using a lip liner. This will help you to create a more defined lip shape and to keep it looking neat. Many pictures of Grace Kelly feature her wearing an iconic red lip shade. I've also noticed that the lipsticks she wears tend to be on the cooler side, so look for a red lipstick with a blue undertone. For a soft and flawless old Hollywood finish, I'm applying a translucent setting powder. After some thorough powder application, I like to remove the excess by blotting with a tissue. And since her lips have a little bit of sheen in the photo, I'm going to add a little bit of clear gloss on top of the lipstick. That will conclude our Grace Kelly inspired everyday makeup. To complement the Grace Kelly makeup, I've already set my hair the night before. For a Grace Kelly hairstyling tutorial, you can watch my previous video, where I'll show you how to set your hair in pin curls and style your hair like Grace Kelly. A simple pin curl setting hair method applied to a medium length bob will result in a very Grace Kelly style look. For some casual and fall inspired Grace Kelly fashion, I've put together a few outfits based off of some of my favorite photos of the Hollywood star. A simple fashion formula you can follow to dress like Grace Kelly is to wear some more tailored style pants like these capris from Freddy's of Pinewood. I've paired the capris with a matching color coordinating belt and a black sleeveless blouse. Grace Kelly was often seen wearing loafers for her more casual and sensible footwear. This second ensemble is inspired by the final outfit worn by Grace Kelly in my favorite Alfred Hitchcock film, Rear Window. Lisa Fremont is seen wearing a button-down blouse, a pair of tapered jeans, and loafers for a very classic and casual look. I've recreated the style with a pair of jeans from Freddy's of Pinewood and a vintage button-down blouse from the 1950s. And finally, I have a classic inspired ensemble with a white button-down blouse and black capris, inspired by another photo of the Hollywood icon. This simple fashion formula of tapered pants, button-down shirts, and loafers will help you capture Grace Kelly's timeless style.